My wife said, "I don't know what I want." I said, "I do." Out. It wasn't a line rehearsed for drama, just the only honest thing left in a marriage that had been running on fumes for months. She stared at me like I'd spoken another language. We were sitting in the kitchen, same table where we used to laugh about our future. Now, just a battlefield of silent dinners and untouched coffee mugs. I'd tried everything. Therapy, weekend trips, even writing her letters when words got stuck in my throat. But lately, every conversation ended with her saying that same phrase. "I don't know what I want." The truth? She did. She just didn't want me. I started noticing little things. The new perfume she never wore around me. The way her phone never left her side. Screen always tilted away. One night, she said she needed space and went to stay at a friend's apartment. My gut told me otherwise. So I drove there 2 days later, not to catch her, but to end this story with clarity. I parked outside and waited. At midnight, she pulled up in another man's car. The way she laughed climbing out, how her hand lingered on his arm. It told me everything words hadn't. I didn't confront her, not yet. I walked back to my car, breathing in the kind of cold that burns your lungs. That's when I decided she could have her space. I went home, packed her things neatly, labeled every box, and left a note on top that said, "Now you have all the space you need." The next morning, I signed the separation papers I'd printed months ago, but never had the courage to file. When she came back that evening, she stood in the doorway, suitcase handle trembling. "You're leaving?" she whispered. "No," I said. "You already did." She tried to cry, but it sounded hollow, rehearsed, like she was grieving a version of me that existed only in her guilt. I didn't yell or accuse her. I just walked past her, dropped the house keys on the counter, and said, "I hope you find whatever it is you were looking for." Weeks later, a mutual friend told me the guy she left me for had ghosted her. Apparently, he was finding himself too. Karma's funny like that. It doesn't scream. It whispers through silence and empty apartments. I've moved on since then, found peace in small things, running, cooking, even sleeping without that tight knot in my chest. Months passed, and one day she texted me out of nowhere. "Can we talk?" I didn't reply. The next day, another message. "I made a mistake." I looked at it for a while, the same way you stare at a fire that once burned you, remembering the warmth but knowing better than to reach in again. I deleted her number. That silence was louder than any closure could have been. I heard from mutual friends that she started attending therapy, apparently trying to rediscover who she was. I guess sometimes people need to lose everything to realize what they already had. Meanwhile, I rebuilt myself, moved into a smaller place, closer to the park, got a dog. His name's Chance, fittingly. He doesn't talk much, but he listens better than most humans I've known. The funny thing about peace is that it doesn't come when you beg for it. It shows up when you stop chasing the people who destroy it. I stopped replaying our memories like old home videos and started creating new ones. No more pretending, no more walking on eggshells. Just me, finally breathing without asking for permission. Sometimes when the nights get quiet, I think about that kitchen table, the one where everything started to fall apart. I sold it last month. Letting it go felt symbolic, like closing the last chapter of a book I'd read too many times, hoping for a different ending. When people ask why I left, I tell them the truth, because the moment she didn't know what she wanted, I realized I finally did. And for once in my life, that answer was enough.